Hi, it's hard getting up in the mornings, especially for me. And it's not great. You miss an alarm, you lose your job, your girlfriend leaves you, and Putin nukes your house for being a dipshit. And it's not your fault. Traditional alarms use these tiny shitty speakers as an indicator that it's time for you to wake up, and they're trash to say the least, and definitely can't wake up a professional sleeper like me. Well, why not just use bigger and better speakers, you're probably wondering. Well, I consider that, but neighbors would probably call the cops on me. So what we really need is just a better motivator. So we are going to use electricity, around 10,000 volts of it. If that doesn't wake you up, you might as well be dead. The most logical course of action would be to just buy an alarm clock for $15, hook some extra shit to it, and have it done by midnight. But I am not going to buy an alarm clock for $15 because I much rather spend that money on some other useless shit. So instead of that, I'm going to spend a week soldering random shit together and hope it works. So I sat down and started programming. And by programming I meant I went on Google and stole some random guy's code. Then I plugged in my ESP32 microcontroller, which actually has Wi-Fi capabilities which will come in handy when trying to set the time. And then I went ahead and uploaded the code. And the guy's code is trash. It doesn't even show anything on the screen, it only connects to my home network and gets the current time off the internet. Probably because it's only supposed to do that, but still, fuck you Arno. Which means that I still will have to write about 90% of the code myself, which sucks ass. Don't get me wrong, I like writing code. The only problem is, I am really bad at it. Which is exactly why it took me an entire day to do so. Then I uploaded the code to my computer, and if anybody's interested, here's the code. I could just put it in the description, but I think I am going to make you work for it, so use Google Lens or something, I don't know. And now I got this piece of shit. As soon as you plug it in, it grabs the real time off the internet. You know, just like your phone does. Now when I connect this little shitty wire to the ground pin, I can enter the menu, where I can actually set the alarm. When I connect the other wire, I am able to change the time. But of course, this is just for a test. When it's finished, it's gonna have buttons instead of the wires. And for the high voltage part, I was thinking of using these cheap ass Chinese high voltage modules. But I am not going to use them, because I don't have them. And I can't wait 4 weeks for Chinese to throw them on a plane and ship them over to me. Trust me, you don't wanna know how long I've been working on this video already. Instead, I am going to use this ZVS driver that I built and broke while playing with high voltage. It's a high frequency, high power oscillator. Now if I hook it up to a high voltage transformer that I ripped out of an old monitor, I will have a high voltage, high intimidation factor death machine. But first, I have to fix it. Yep, MOSFET's blown. Why? I don't know. Let's replace it. For some reason diode was blown too. Let's replace that. And it blew up again. So I made a new one. Do I know it's an ugly mess of wires? Yes. Do I care? Absolutely not. Because at this point I caught a high fever and couldn't give less fucks about how it looks. But does it all work together? Yes, it fucking does. And at this point in time, I kinda wanna die, because I still have to 3D model and print the enclosure, but let's do that. And it's finished. And I did slightly fuck it up. And the reason for that was so simple. The only possible reason for why I did not notice it sooner is that my brain probably was getting deep fried by the fever, and I found a really simple solution, ignoring it, like I do with all of my other problems. And now it's time to test it, which I really did not wanna do. But it's for science, it's for the greater good of humanity. So I grew some balls and stopped being a pussy and plugged myself in. Which took a very long time, because the strap I made is ultra trash. And I'm starting to think that 3 seconds is little too long. And it works great, but I still wanted to get a second opinion. Let's get my brother. Hey bro, wanna test out my new invention?
Maybe eat shit and die.
Alright. But unfortunately, my family is full of pussies who did not wanna get shocked for YouTube. But yeah, overall it works great. Feel free to leave a comment telling me what device you want me to build next. And what were YouTubers supposed to say? Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe, send me money, fuck you.